this is Julie Wynn. I have been trying to think of things to say on this anniversary. I can't believe it's been 10 years. It still feels very much like it happened a short time ago. But there's so many stories, and I really couldn't think of one to pick. So I decided to read the last email I ever got from Charles, which I know almost everybody got, but I wanted to read it because I think it pretty much says what he was thinking, and it just kind of captures what a person he was. So here it is. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Some of you I haven't seen in quite a while, and it was great to catch up. As you can imagine, this hasn't been an easy decision, and the prep a pain in the ass. But everyone has been so supportive, even congratulatory. I can't tell you how much that means. I left Saturday night feeling truly blessed. I look at all my good friends and the caliber of people I know. I feel proud. I know this trip is only for training, so I don't mean to be sappy or overdramatic, but most of you are aware that I will probably see action soon after, as some of you and many of our friends already have. Yeah, it makes me quite nervous, but when I look at who I'll come home to, I consider it an honor. Anyway, enough of the rough stuff. I know I'll be missing some weddings and birthdays and christenings, and I'm sorry, but congrats were applicable, and we'll just have to party twice. Special thanks to Big D for getting us the keg. Love you, bro, and we'll have many more. See you all this fall. Wish me luck, and I'll be in touch. Love, Charles. I'll keep that forever.
Hi, my name is Angie Bowman Thornton. I first met Charles at the University of St. Thomas. We were both in the new Student Orientation Leader program, and my fondest memory of him is when we went to the rugby party my sophomore year. It was a blast. I remember him taking us there, and he brought us back to John, Lupe, and Roxanne's apartment. I'm sure you guys might remember that night. I had a blast. I had a lot of fun with Charles over the years at St. Thomas, and he was a really great guy. Rest in peace, Charles.
I remember meeting Charles for the first time. It was his first year in college, and he took over my old dorm room. I walked down to the old dorm room and knocked on the door, and I invited him to our beginning of the year party. And at that point, a family was born. I heard that he actually did the same thing the following year, and it's a tradition I hope to continue for a long time. And hopefully when we meet again, the same thing, we'll see him again. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Love you, Charles. Miss you. And until we meet again, save a cold one for me. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, my name's Paul Negrete, and I'm a friend of Charles from our UST days, and I've been asked to share a story of when I knew him, and I think my favorite story is probably the one that tells how we met. I was a new student there at St. Thomas, just checked in for orientation, and Charles and Bao came down that evening to my room and knocked on my door, and I wasn't expecting any visitors. I was brand new there. Who could possibly know me? So I opened the door, and there's Charles and Bao, and they just come right in and look around and said, we had to come down and see who was taking over our room from our freshman year, and make sure that they were worthy of the room. And so, they proceeded to give me stories of pranks they had pulled on each other, and other residents there in the dorm, and just made me feel extremely welcome. They're funny, friendly, and they were one of the first friends that I made there. Charles was that start. He came and introduced himself, and he could have left and gone about his day, but he asked what I was doing a little bit later because a group of them were getting together, to hang out and probably drink some things that we shouldn't be drinking at that point. But they invited me and welcomed me into their fold, and the rest is history. We're friends forever after that. And I'll never forget that. So, thanks, Charles, for being a friend and your service.
I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
And we just wanted to talk about one of our favorite memories with Charles. I'm sorry, I'm giggling. I'm just thinking about it right now.
Also one of our scariest memories.
Yeah, it was. It was when we got stuck in the woods because Charles was like, "Hey, let's go shoot some stuff out in the middle of nowhere."
It was his property.
Yeah, it was his property. It was cold. I think it was January.
Yeah, it was a Sunday afternoon. You had school.
No, I had work the next day.
Oh, work. That's right. So
I was starting a new job the very next
right.
day, and we're like, we'll go out shooting on a Sunday afternoon, and we'll be back in plenty of time. Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you explain what happened to your truck, Dan?
Well, we get out there, and it must have rained a little bit before, but we had trucks, so we figured we can go out there, shoot, and come back. I ended up driving in first to the property, followed by Charles. Charles's truck got stuck first, blocking my truck.
Yep.
And
stuck in the mud.
Mm-hmm. And in my attempts to get around, made my truck stuck.
So Charles's idea was, let's build a road made out of wood.
Mm-hmm. Trees. There was plenty of trees around.
To get the trucks out. So I remember, at this point, it's probably 11, 12 o'clock at night, with an axe chopping down a tree while we're using a chainsaw to make planks out of the trees that we'd already cut down. Hands are stinging. It's cold. It's wet.
And we have no cell phone service.
No cell phone service, and and so we went off of Charles's idea to try to cut down these trees. And it was probably, like Dan said, one of the most terrifying and one of the most memorable moments that I have with him.
One of my favorite parts was that it was about a 3/4 of a mile to a mile walk to the main road. So Joe and I walked out there, and we told Charles, if you get the car unstuck, shoot your gun in the air so we know we can walk back. So we get out to the road trying to get cell phone service, and then we hear gunshots. So we hurry back, and we were like, did you get it stuck? And Charles was like, no, I just got bored. I wanted to shoot the guns off.
He was just frustrated that he couldn't get the truck out still, so he decided to shoot the gun off in the air. So luckily, we actually did get a small bit of cell service, and our dad came out and rescued us, but that was a fun moment with him.
We probably got home about 4 in the morning.
Yeah, 4 in the morning, and I got to work at 8 in the morning after that.
But you know what? Charles was always persistent.
Yeah,
and, he made sure that we kept trying, and then we got through it.
He built a pretty good wood road, I'll admit. We had some pretty good planks laid down, but it wasn't going to get the truck out of the mud.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, it was that's just what he was. He was persistent. He had a plan in mind. He wanted to stick with it,
and he was adventurous.
Yeah, he was definitely always out to have a good time. And so, when thinking back, we did have a good time. So, thanks, Charles. And,
thanks, buddy.
Yeah, and we'll see you. We'll see you again.
I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious. We gon' be alright, put that on my life. When I open my eyes, hope I see you shine. We're planting our flag, they don't understand. The world I made it through the dark